There was an opportunity back at the university that I had graduated from to teach beginning speech class. This week I went to University of Kansas, started in 2000, graduated in 2004 with a master's and a PhD, and then took the job here. What it means to achieve. I've been interested in music pretty much my whole life. Both sets of grandparents had pianos in the home, and even as a fairly young kid, 5, 6 years old, I'd be plinking on the piano. When I was 14 or 15, I started to get interested in guitar. I was mowing lawns and working as a janitor at the local movie theater, and saved up some money and went in half, and they got me a guitar. Please don't blame me just for wanting something soft to hold. I knew this girl in college whose dad was a psychologist, and you'd go over to their house and they had a coffee table in the living room, and he had a stack of coloring books and a box of crayons sitting on the coffee table. And the idea was that if you were a frequent visitor to the house, you had your own coloring book, it had your name in it, and it must have been his way of helping people to de-stress or something. I had a handful of friends that would come over and see me at this basement apartment quite frequently, and so I bought a bunch of Pez dispensers, probably a dozen of them maybe, set them up on that mantle, and so each of my friends had his own Pez dispenser. It was more of a joke than anything, and other people would come over and they would see that I had these dispensers on the mantelpiece, and they would say, "Oh, you have a collection." People that knew me, I mean even people that I knew at work when I was working at the university there, they'd show up and have a handful of them and say, "I was at the store the other day and I saw these and I thought of you, and here I bought them for you," you know. So I've probably got in the neighborhood of 800 of them now set up at my house just on a shelf. We probably all collect things whether we do it consciously or not.